The first thing you Republicans need to stand united on is the Second Amendment, because today, in one of the most brazen attempts to limit our Second Amendment rights, Democratic lawmakers unveiled what they are calling the assault weapons ban of 2013. Make no mistake about it, this sweeping anti-gun measure is not aimed at taking away Rambo's machine gun. This proposal also places considerable restrictions on rifles, on handguns, and on shotguns. In other words, in short, this is not Bill Clinton's 1994 assault weapons ban. This is Senator Dianne Feinstein's assault weapons ban of 2013. Watch this.
Today, my colleagues and I are introducing a bill to prohibit the sale, transfer, manufacture, and importation of assault weapons and large-capacity ammunition feeding devices that can accept more than 10 rounds. Let me briefly describe the legislation we're introducing. We prohibit 158 specifically named military-style firearms. Our bill also prohibits other semi-automatic rifles, handguns, and shotguns.
Now, what you just heard was your right to bear arms being shattered by these left-wing lawmakers, because 158 different firearms could soon be banned right here in the U.S. if, in fact, this bill is signed into law. Now, earlier in the press conference, Senator Feinstein explained why it's important to prevent you, law-abiding citizens and Americans, from owning so-called assault weapons, which apparently now includes handguns and shotguns. Look at this.
Military-style assault weapons have but one purpose. And in my view, that's a military purpose, to hold at the hip if possible, to spray fire, to be able to kill large numbers.
All right, forgive me, Senator, but nobody's holding a handgun at their hip, nor is anybody using a shotgun to, quote, spray fire bullets. That's simply not how guns work. Now, following that parade of misinformation, the National Rifle Association, they issued this statement, quote, Senator Feinstein has been trying to ban guns from law-abiding citizens for decades. It's disappointing, but it's not surprising that she is once again focused on curtailing the Constitution instead of prosecuting criminals or fixing our broken mental health system. Now, the American people know that gun bans do not work, and we are confident that Congress will, in fact, reject Senator Feinstein's wrong-headed approach. Now, it's not just the American people who recognize that gun bans are not the answer to preventing mass shootings. A number of studies, in fact, have concluded that the 1994 law failed in that respect as well. And according to a review by the National Institute of Justice, quote, the ban has failed to reduce the average number of victims per gun murder incident or multiple gunshot wound victims. I'll say it again. It failed to reduce the average number of victims per gun murder. And that, by the way, Senator Feinstein, by her own admission, is the intent of this legislation that she unveiled today on Capitol Hill. Now, it failed in 1994. It will fail again in 2013.